Welcome back, bonus wifeys. Have you guys worried up yet? Of course not. That's why you're here. But don't worry, because neither have I. Let's get into this mess. I'm back. I'm biased. I'm bothered. And I am always unfiltered. If you were easily offended, this is definitely not the place for you. We're on season 3, episode 10. This was a very good episode, but I will say I spotted a major lie in it. Anyway, we're opening up on the sofa with Kody and Janelle. Now, Janelle is letting us know that they have a 30-day weigh-in. And because they're loving working out so much, they're just going to open a gym. Just like that, right? After 30 days. Anyway, they also have a meeting set up with an investor. Now, we're hearing from Mary, okay? Mary says she wants to work out with Bill 4 or 5 times a week because like she feels like she really needs to step it up. And I thought, well then just go and do it, Mary. Like you've no fucking job, you know? If that's what you want to do, like just go and do it. And now, now we're hearing from Trainer Bill. I don't like him, okay? I didn't like him the first time we met him, and I like him even less now. But anyway, he's telling Mary that she's stressed out, and that's basically why, like, she can't lose the weight. Now, this is crap, okay? This is crap, and this is a lie, right? And also, when on earth did this guy, like, become a therapist, you know? So we're seeing Janelle in the gym, and she says that she wants to work out more often, too. Now, this fucker. This guy, Trainer Bill, right? Trainer Bill is telling the whole feckin' world, right, that the first time he met Janelle, that she wasn't even able to do 1 minute on the Stairmaster, okay? Like, this man is basically, like, he's just booking her space in the morgue, you know? Because now he's saying that she can do 3 minutes and she can do it during the circuit. I thought, why on earth did you say that about, like, the 1 minute, like, when you met her? Why did you say, like, she couldn't even do it? Like, he does her so feckin' dirty, you know? Anyway, Christine also wants to continue working out. Now, Trainer Bill says that he has a lot of fun with Christine. I think he has a crush on her. I do. I'm seeing the way these two are looking at each other. So the four wives are on the sofa. Now, I have to say, this broke my fucking heart, okay? This broke me, right? Anyway, Christine is telling us that she got into a very bad place because of the moving, okay? And she also had a baby, but mostly it was Robin's fault. That's what I heard, okay? She does actually mention Robin, but I heard that it was all of it was kind of Robin's fault, right? And she was having panic attacks and it was getting really bad. And she was suffering with depression and she started taking antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, okay? But now she has started to wean herself off. Now Janelle is getting like so emotional because she's just so proud of Christine and delighted that she's able to be feeling a bit better, okay? And then Janelle starts tearing up, okay, because Christine is crying. Oh my goodness, the emotion of it, all right. But when I seen Janelle like tearing up, so did I. Well, my family, okay, watch me watching this program. They have no idea. They don't know. They don't watch it, okay? They can't stand. They know who Kody is, right? Just because I'm always talking about him. But they say to me like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And honestly, I do not know. I do not know. There's something about the Browns, right? Oh, there's just something about this family. Anyway, I feel like because this was such an emotional moment that I am not even going to talk about the fact that Christine is wearing this hideous blue and brown combo that should never ever go together, particularly with that god awful necklace. So I'm not even going to talk about it, okay? So we're in Mary's house and we're hearing from Kody. Kody is looking like very frazzled, by the way. Now, he's telling us that when he met Trainer Bill, he loved him immediately, okay? Apparently. Anyway, they're going to go into business together and make it a fitness center. They've known each other for 30 feckin' days. Now, all the adults are having a meeting. Now, I know this is serious because Kody broke out his good notebook, okay? This is leather bound. Anyway, it actually looks like a Bible. But Janelle has a notebook, not leather. Robin has a notebook. Now, Christine has a piece of paper, all right? And Mary doesn't have anything. I thought that was very interesting. So we're meeting Nick Gaspard, okay? And he's a health club consultant. Now, I have to be honest, right? None of these people look healthy in any way apart from Trainer Bill, right? Anyway, Kody is letting us know that Bill knows fitness and he says that they know business. And I thought, hang on a second, Kody. What the hell are you talking about? I have seen you, okay? I've seen you put your wife on your shoulders to hang up a damn flag for Mona Reiki. Also, you are unemployed. And how many times have you filed for bankruptcy or gotten your wives to file for bankruptcy? You're a terrible fucking businessman. Anyway, Nick is saying that the idea is good, the timing is good, and they need to find a venue because like square footage is very important. Now, Janelle nearly kills me, okay? Because Janelle is more worried like about parking like right in the gym, you know, because she says that when she gets out of work, she doesn't want anything to put her off going to the gym. Now, I would think, oh great, like you know, I can get like a couple of kilometers in with steps or something, but apparently that's not what they're looking for. But this meeting like went great, according to Kody anyway. Now they do say, right, they have Bill the trainer, they have Nick with the money, and they have a plan. And then Robin feels the need to let us know that they didn't care about the family being polygamous. And I thought, why the hell would they? Like these people have like, a huge audience because you're putting them on the fucking show. They don't care like what you're doing in your bedroom, Robin. She always has to get that in. She really does try like to make it her identity. So now we're in Robin's house, and now I see Mary is wearing the really feckin' unfortunate canary yellow top. So the wives are going to get themselves pampered, okay, and they're going over the night. And we're in a place called Kaya Beauty. Now, from the sofa, Robin, who's like an expert in everything Mormon again, right? She's telling us that the FLDS people like all look the same. I'm so over this, okay? She always has to freaking bring it down. We know about the Warren Jeffs people, and we know you're not like them. But anyway, wiring Kaya Beauty, okay? I found it strange that Janelle, like, she's getting her hair washed, but after she had the makeup on, I just found that weird. So we're seeing the wives getting ready, and they're having like a photo shoot. And I have to say, whoever did Mary's hair needs to be on our payroll. Mary's hair looks beautiful here. Oh my God, it looks in great condition. It looks really, really good. Now, Janelle and Christine, I have to say, they're glowing, okay? The both of them look beautiful. Robin just kind of looks the same, but with curls. Now, Janelle does tell us, right, that they choose to be conservative in their dress because that's like what their religion believes in. And then Christine says, modest is hottest. And I thought, not in those sleeves, it's not love, not in those sleeves. Anyway, they do look lovely, and I hope they felt lovely, okay? So from the sofa, Christine is telling us that McKelty like is basically dressing like a whore, right? And that they like the kids to dress modestly, and that they don't even like piercings or tattoos. And I thought, okay, then we won't say anything about the modern day boob tattoo, you know? Now, Janelle says that Maddie has to wait until she's 18 before she can get her ears pierced. That is just so foreign to me. Like communion age here, like is generally when kids get their ears pierced. I know they don't do communion or confirmation or anything like that. I also know that Kody likes to do now bar mitzvah. Now, I don't think Mormonism and Judaism are connected in any way, but I don't know. Maybe that's just a Kody thing. No idea. Anyway, Janelle doesn't like the kids to get tattoos. She doesn't want them doing that. But like she knows that other people do. And if her kids are going to do it, they have to wait until they're 18. You see, this is why I love Janelle. Like, you know what I mean? Even if she doesn't like it or if it's not for her, she knows that other people do it, and she's cool with that. So Robin thinks that these kids like are basically going to thank her like when they're older for making them dress the way like they do, which is complete and utter dorks basically. So anyway, apparently these women have been working out and now they're going to go out and have a bit of fun. And Kody is going to watch the kids. Now we're in Christine's house, and I have a theory about this. Okay, this is all set up. This is just set up. This would never happen. Okay. Robin is telling Kody that Dayton needs to be watched when he's doing his homework and that she usually does it with him, okay? Janelle says that her kids will be over later. But she does say, right, that Kody gets very freaked out with the kids. And I thought, well, then he shouldn't have had so many fucking kids then, and like be adopted even more of them. So we're in Christine's house. Now, don't worry, lads, okay? Because Father Logan is there to actually mind these children, Now, already, right, Brianna is crying and apparently she just needs to eat. So I thought, isn't that great that she's in Christine's fucking house, because we know in Robin's house that other children aren't allowed to take food from her house, I'll never fucking let that go. Now, I don't believe that this is true. I don't believe that this would ever, ever, ever happen, okay? Like, Kody is never minding, as he would say. Kody is never doing this because even Father Logan, okay, has to tell Kody that McKelty needs to be picked up and he's gonna go and get her and Maddie is going with him. Like this kid knows what's up. He knows his father is brutal. Anyway, Cody is letting him take the Lexus. And of course, right, the goddamn Lexus is over in Robin's house. I thought, of course it is, because that's where you normally are. Oh my goodness. But anyway, the kids are excited and I'm happy for them. So we're seeing Dayton doing his homework. Now, bear in mind, right? Robin says that he needs to like have his homework done with him, okay? Because he has Asperger's, right? And like he was in all this chaos. I can't even read a book if people are talking, and there's a ton of kids here. So obviously, like this kid, like he can't concentrate. Now Cody not doing what his mother said, not like doing the homework with him. He's just gonna bring him up to Christine's brothel, okay? And like I am glad that he was at least like considering Dayton's feelings, right? But I was wondering, has he ever done this like with any of his own kids? Has he ever like given a shit about the homework? Anyway, McKelty is home and she's wearing like a vest top. Now, apparently Cody is just shocked, right? Because he's told McKelty to basically dress less of a hooer, But McKelty said that she had a French project and that Christine knew. And I thought, what a ludicrous excuse. Fair play to you for making that up. But Cody believes her. And I thought he's such an idiot. So we're with the wives, and I have to say, whoever filmed this, okay, needs to be sued by Janelle. They do this woman so fucking dirty. Anyway, Cody is obviously he's getting bored and he's texting the wives. And we find out that they're going ziplining. Now they just had their hair done and their makeup done and everything, and they're going ziplining. Now Mary is being really annoying, and she says that Robin just can't do anything because she's pregnant. And I thought, well, send her fucking home then, she's boring. Anyway, only Christine and Mary are doing the ziplining and they're nervous. Now I love ziplining, okay, and I'm expected to see something exciting, but what they're actually doing is just going through the shop, and I thought that looks boring as fuck. But then, right at the end of the zip line, there's somebody that has to catch them, and I thought I could never just put up the foam walls. Oh my God, I don't ever want to do this. And then out of nowhere, Father and Jesus just pop up. But the wives found it awkward, but they are just kind of having a bit of a laugh at it. So we're back in Christine's house and having pizza, okay? And we're checking on Dayton. Now, Dayton is doing grand, right? But I obviously noticed, right? Dayton is having a little snack for himself because when he sits up, this bed is full of cracker crumbs, right? So this child was just doing his homework and having a little snack for himself. Fair play to him. But Cody apparently is very pleased. Now, he's not very pleased with Dayton, okay? Cody is very pleased with Cody for getting himself, to get this child to do his homework. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he's telling us that the wives are having a girls' night out and he doesn't get to have a guys' night out. And I thought, hang on, that is crap because Janelle told us, I'm not sure whether it's Tuesday or Thursday, but it's testosterone, something beginning with T anyway. So Cody asked Gwen to go and clean her room, and I thought it's night time. What the hell are you up to, Cody? You should be getting these kids ready for bed. But Gwen is sniffing markers. I remember these markers, okay? Now he doesn't realise that they're scented because he knows nothing about these children. Now Aspen has to tell him, okay? But as Aspen is telling him this, she's licking a slice of pizza. I thought, oh my God, are you a psycho? But as this is all going on, I did notice something, and it's Christian's TV. Why the hell is it at that angle? How are you supposed to watch it? Do you know what I mean? Also, right? Cody, who went out and got all the feckin' wall stuff, right? He couldn't even put the feckin' wires through the wall. This man hasn't got hands to bless himself. He cannot do anything, okay? But we do get an obligatory, truly Maggie Simpson spotting. Oh my God, I love it. I love seeing her. She's with her big brother Hunter. And I just love seeing these kids together because I know that they're mad about each other, and it's just lovely seeing them like this. Now, of course, Cody is shouting at these kids, right? And again, Brianna is crying. Now, I know this is all crap because Cody's sunglasses have not moved from his head. So this is completely and utterly set up. This would never happen, okay? Now, we're back with the wives, right? And there's a guy dressed up as a monster, and it's kind of freaking Robin out. It looks like the guy from Alien, like the movie, okay? Now apparently, the guy just touched Robin on the shoulder. Now she freaked out, okay, and she's running and she's crying. And Christine actually goes to comfort her, because she's a terrible fucking sister wife. Then we see what Christine is calling Silver Man. The guy is just plated up all silver. Now Christine loves it, okay? And she gives him some money and a kiss on the cheek. And according to Christine, when Silverman looked at Robin, cause she's pregnant, apparently his vibe and his energy was darling. That's what she said, okay? But basically what happened was the dude blessed himself and picked up a baseball bat. And I thought, yeah, that's really darling. Anyway, we're back in Christine's house. Now Cody is telling the kids to get ready for bed, but he just told Gwen to go and tidy her room. So this is all crap. Anyway, he's telling Janelle's kids what they have to do when they go home. But they're going home with their actual father, Logan. And Christine's kids are staying in their house with Aspen. And of course Cody is going to go home to Robin's house. So that's how I know that this is completely and utterly crap. Anyway, I see Logan in Janelle's car. Oh my God, this car is absolutely it's wrote off. This thing is wrecked, right? But as Cody is leaving, right? He's telling Aspen where the baby's milk is. She knows, Cody. She knows. She lives in this house. This is her baby sister that she minds. She knows what she's doing. It's you that doesn't have any idea like about the scented like markers or anything like that. You don't know what's going on in these kids' lives. So we're in Robin's house and Cody is putting her kids to bed. And I thought maybe your actual children, would like to be tucked in, Cody. Maybe you could go mad one night and read them a story or something. Anyway, Cody is texting the wives like because it's late. Now the wives and Cody like they can barely hear each other. But Mary says like they're thinking of going to miniature golf. Like it's 20 past 11 at night. I'll be honest with you, right? If I'm not at a gig like or a festival, don't keep me out at 20 past 11. And I'm certainly like I'm not going to fucking play golf. Anyway, he's really trying to get Robin's attention. That's what he's doing here. Anyway, Cody is not going to be worried because according to him, like his wives are just boring, so he's not worried. So we're back with the wives on Fairmont Street. I don't know anything about Las Vegas. I don't know where this is, but apparently, like it's more adult version. Now, from the sofa, I found this very interesting. Okay, because Robin says that people think their lives is all about sex. And Christian says if that was true, he wouldn't take on the responsibility of a wife and her children. So I think she's talking about Robin here, yeah? I think that's what she's getting at. But Mary is being very judgy, right? And she's talking about the girls that were dancing on the bar. And she says, like, oh, that's someone's daughter or their little girl. Now, of course, Janelle is coming in with the sense, right? Because she says that although they're conservative and they dress conservative, like she knows other people like live their lives differently. And she says, like, well, maybe it's out of necessity, or maybe like the person just wanted to do that. Like, thank God this family has Janelle. She's the only one with a bit of sense. Now we're back with Trainer Bill for the weigh in, okay? But again, I have to ask, why the hell is Robin here? Like, she's in a pair of jeans and she has this stupid sparkly top on her, right? Now, Janelle says that she's enjoying working out and that she can even bend over now. Oh my God, Dan, I nearly lost my goddamn mind because of Robin, right? Robin basically says to the women, right, you kind of look less obese. That's basically what she's saying, right? Like she could have just said, I think you all look great, or she could have just like kept her mouth shut and not said anything at all, right? But what she's saying is, you look a bit smaller. I feckin' hate this woman. I hate this woman. Anyway, we're finding out, okay? Christine is down 3 pounds, okay? Now she does say, right, that she's building muscle and that her body will change. And I thought, that's not how that works. Not yes, sweetheart. But anyway, Mary is down 2.5 pound, okay? Now, Janelle. Trainer Bill doesn't say how much weight she lost, right? He just says 268. I fucking hate this guy. Like, and the other wives can't even work out what the weight loss is, and Janelle has to tell him like it's 3 pounds. And I thought, fucking hell. Now, Trainer Bill is talking some absolute bollocks, okay? He's dropping his clipboard on the ground and he's saying to the wives, like, you don't want to drop the weight too easy. And I thought, well, why did you fucking tell him to lose 20 pounds then? Because according to him, like if you drop the weight too quickly, you'll pick it up. I think we need to address the pink elephant in the room here. Trainer Bill is a crap. He's a crap trainer. He's brutal at his job. Now, from the sofa, Mary is talking about how stressed she is, and apparently, like, that's just why she can't lose weight. And she's very worried about money and paying the rent. And I thought, well, get a fucking job. You wouldn't even go to work with Mona Reiki for today. Oh my goodness, but then, like, she's getting upset, okay? And Mary thinks that it's the stress that's making her hold on to the weight. But like what's actually happening here, right? Is that Mary is just probably very fucking depressed, okay? Because her husband has basically left her for another woman, but it's a woman that Mary has brought into her family. Like her family is being destroyed basically from the inside out. And like she's doing what a lot of people do, like which is comforting because like she has Leon going off to college very soon, okay? And like Robin is like always talking her out of doing something. Like the woman wants to go back to college, Robin is talking her out. But like she's nothing in her life. Do you know what I mean? She's not working. She's feck all in her life. So she's just like wandering around what I think is a feckin' three-story house, like basically all day. Like I understand why the weight is a problem, okay? But she's crying. And she really does look upset. But I noticed that not once does Robin, like, she doesn't say anything to her. She doesn't even reach out, like, her feckin' hand and try and comfort this woman. I find this woman's, like, she has no empathy. I always find that very telling about a person. Anyway, this is our recap of season 3, episode 10. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, go ahead and hit subscribe and I'll catch you on the next one. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.